Hey guys, welcome. So, in my last video, I was talking about how I felt that time is not linear in the aspect where we believe that things happen at a constant rate. Sorry, I just had pre-workout, so that's why my tongue is blue. But time isn't constant, right? And what I mean by that is that it doesn't just go straight. I don't think that it's linear either, where so straight would be linear, constant, linear, same thing. But exponential either, where basically time goes really, really fast. So think about the Big Bang. Things go really, really fast and then they slow down. I don't think it works that way either. I believe that time goes up and goes down and also so it oscillates, so up and down, so fast, like almost like a contraction and expansion, right? Goes down fast, so Big Bang, slows down, goes down fast, slows down, that sort of thing. And the scale of that also speeds up and slows down. So at the very beginning it goes really fast and then it slowly tapers down, but while it's doing that in the macro, it is doing this and this. So think of like the stock market, right? For people who know the stock market, you can zoom out and everything looks like this, but when you zoom in, it looks like this. You see that with Earth, you see that in nature, you see that in stocks and finance, you see that everywhere. So it's not crazy to say that there's a rhythm, but it's not something that can be well defined. That means that time in general, or radiology on objects and stuff like that, I believe that there's a certain date that it can go back to, like carbon dating and stuff like that. But I really do feel like when you go back too much, like when you look back, let's say 2000 or 10,000 years, I believe is around the date when they like you can accurately tell, like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 years, somewhere around there, you can accurately figure out what's going on, right? But I think when you go back far enough, things get crazy because, again, you have two different separate time intervals, the oscillation, and you have the slow down of that you have to basically calculate. And I think that's going to be hard to calculate because you got to figure out, okay, what exponential rate is the macro, the larger fundamental, speed of time acclimating at? What is it fundamentally doing over the long span? And also, what is this oscillation rate? How fast is that going? And when is that speed up going? And so to round off my time is not constant ramble or rant, I just believe that time just cannot be constant, because if it were, you would see accurate predictions of this. Like, we would know, think about it like this, we would have so much more info about the world and everything like that if time was constant. Right now we're thinking sort of like that. I don't know how it's actually done, so somebody can correct me on how it's actually being done, whether scientists really believe that it's exponential rate from Big Bang to now, or if they think that it's linear. I believe, if I remember right and my research is correct, that a lot of everything seems to be linear. Time happens at a constant rate. Light happens at a constant rate. I don't think that there's any constants in that. I think everything's variable. Nothing has, in nature, frequency, all that stuff has oscillating. Everything vibrates, right? So think about it like that. Light probably vibrates. Gravity probably vibrates, which means it oscillates. It might have a very small oscillation, so you can barely see it. But I think at some level, even if it's super small, a measurement will be shown that everything oscillates. I oscillate, you oscillate. Every matter in general oscillates at some frequency, at some level. There's a tiny vibration going like this to keep us in this world. That is our signature. And time is no different. Even though time is an abstract concept, pretty much, time fundamentally works the same way. Same with gravity. I believe gravity, in some sense, does the same thing. And so I believe that whether we see this as linear, as exponential, or whatever, no one's going to get the correct time for going back in the future. Like, we're not going to understand how this variable is, you know, for years to come, because I believe that until people pick up that basically everything does an oscillation, that no one's going to really figure this out. No one's really going to figure out that, hey, we should probably test some theories. Well, maybe AI will probably do it in the next 5 years, but I believe that that's going to be something that's going to be found out. And that discovery, if figured out, is going to change everything that we think about. Think about gravity, think about equations, think about this. I think so many things are going to be solved in the next 5 years because they're going to find that there's a break in the theory of gravity and all these things and scientific principles that don't account for how certain things seem constant, but they're actually not. That it's something that you have to look back from and be able to understand, oh shit, there's actually two different variables here, not just one. So I think that's all I have to say about that. I'm making this video like a two-parter, even though it's a shorter one, because I know it's going to come up at some point. And after this, I'm going to make another video because it's in my head now to just think about, you know, other stuff. So you guys are going to get an extra video today. Cool. Peace.